The lady sat behind me on the plane is called Claire. She has a job at Warwick University. She drives an hour each way. She doesn't know how she got that job, she just ended up in it. In her spare time, she plays badminton and tennis, and she just split up with her boyfriend. My taxi driver is called Isha Khan. He likes his job as a driver, he was telling me yesterday, but his wife is at home and could do with an extra income. The two girls that checked me into my hotel, Lisa and Claire, they enjoy their job, but they were working till really late last night and they were back on duty for breakfast this morning. And they only get every other weekend off. How do I know all of this? Because I have this awesome job where I get paid to make friends. And I'm so honored and privileged to be within a room of 5,000 friends today. I would not be standing here without an awesome upline. So I want to start by thanking the people who, without their hard work before I arrived, I would not be here. And that starts with Jane Leach and John Curtis, my fantastic friends and mentors. Who once offered an opportunity to someone called Dr. Peter Atherton. And then Jan Whittaker. 10 years later, Natalie Healy. And then Tina Gillius. Tina then offered the opportunity to Claire Spencer, who offered it to her next door neighbour, Kate Hindley. And Kate offered it to me. And without all of those people, I would not be here today, so thank you all sincerely. And it's not me that put me at number 3 within the UK, it's my fantastic Allo army. So I want to thank every single one of you that's here today. This is for you. It's pretty amazing to me that I'm stood on this stage amongst the top 10 who have all been a massive inspiration to me. So thank you to you guys also, and also the rest of the top 20. The things that I have achieved in Forever all started by me being recruited by Kate, who is in the room today. How did she recruit me? Well, I was part of a Facebook group where we were chatting about a calendar that was going to be held at a Worcester gym. And Kate was part of the community of that group because she was also working on that calendar. And Kate befriended me after building a bit of a rapport with me in the group. She befriended me on Facebook. I didn't know her before then. And I saw that she was promoting something called an Allo toning kit on her page. And preparing for the photo shoot, although I was doing about 18 spin classes a week, I still had a bit of a problem with the old thighs, and I still do today, actually, if I'm honest. So I decided to contact Kate and ask her, could I buy an Allo toning kit? And she sent me one over to Lanzarote because that's where I was living and she was in Worcester. I loved the product. I could not get enough of the product. Despite my fitness background, I couldn't believe that an Allo product could help me tone my thighs. So I was raving about it to everybody. Kate continued to build that relationship with me, so when she offered me to have a look at the business, I actually didn't want to look at the business, but because of feeling a bit grateful to her, I agreed to listen to her presentation on Skype one morning. And the rest is history. So what did I do? Because actually I was in Lanzarote. Do you know that Rex Morn owns 85% of the world's aloe? Well, I reckon the rest of it is on the island of Lanzarote. In my village alone, there are 20 aloe vera shops. In my village alone, there are 2 aloe museums where you can go to learn about the history and the making of aloe products. So obviously I couldn't do business in Lanzarote, could I, or so I thought. So what did I do? I did what my sponsor did. I decided to go to Facebook and build relationships with people in groups, to befriend them, and then to hopefully get them interested in the products and then the opportunity. And I knew from the start that I would have to represent everything this company represented at all times, because I was now a representative for Forever Living. So I had to be positive. I had to be confident. I had to show that I had time, choices, friendships. I had to show that at all times, both on and offline. But I'm perhaps well known for my online business because, as Bob said, the majority of my business is built in other countries from where I live. So I set up 2 profiles. I had my personal profile, and I also have a business profile. My personal profile is actually full, so if you have a pending friends request, please don't think that I'm ignoring you. You can connect with me on my business page. And again, it was very important at all times online to project all of the things that the company represented. It's true that facts tell and stories sell. So I would never, and I would recommend to you guys, never to spam Facebook with pictures of products that you've Googled for, you've seen on another distributor's page, and certainly not to be posting them in buy-sell groups on Facebook, because that's not what our business is about at all. That's not what Rex wants, and that's not how to be successful. How to be successful is, in fact, to use the products. So not buy this, buy this, buy this. I use this, I use this, I use this. Use the products and put pictures of you with the products instead of a picture that you've Googled for, you've copied off another distributor's page. So that's what I did, and that's what my team did. So we got lots of people interested in the products because we were becoming products of the product. Using social media is all about, for this business, for network marketing, is all about creating stories that everybody wants to follow. I want my Facebook page to be more popular than Breaking Bad. I want people to be looking on my page to see what's going to happen next. And what did Bob say? Do you know what, Angela? I get envious when I'm sat in Longbridge Manor and it's raining and you're there working by your poolside. We create stories that everybody wants to follow. And you should be doing that from today. I know there's people in the room that have just picked up their distributor box. So the very first thing I'd recommend that you do, get that box open and take a picture and say to your friends on Facebook how excited you are to have started a new business. We call that the business in a box selfie. And that's where your story starts. And from then on, you must have continuation of that story and the storylines that run in between your story. The people that you're going to meet, your new healthy and fit lifestyle, the stories of your team and the success of your team, and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. That's what goes on Facebook. Not a picture of a clean 9 and I need 5 guinea pigs, can you please buy this, buy this, buy this. That's not good. This is what will get you in the top 10. This is what we do in the top 10. We create stories that everybody wants to follow. Lifestyle envy, as Bob said. How many of you had great fun today in the car on the way to Success Day? That's stuff that people don't get to do on the way to work. And it doesn't matter that some of you haven't got the great income and the VIP passes and all that malarkey in the holidays yet. Your story starts now. Your story starts in the car on the way to a business presentation. Your story starts in the car on the way to Success Day. That's the stuff that people are interested in. So it's posting things without gloating and rubbing it in people's faces, without being arrogant. It's about posting things that will attract people. You know, one of my managers joined because she was quite envious that I got to go to the gym at 11 o'clock in the morning when she was getting up at 4 in the morning. Hey, Zara Harris. That's why she joined. She'd said no to me for 4 years, and that snapped her. She said, I want to be in the gym at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's the kind of stuff that most people can't do, but we can. So make sure that you're showing people what this business can offer us, and that's all I do. That's all I do. And my team does the same. They follow what I do. I followed what everyone at Upline to me did. How easy is that? You get to have a business, your own business. You don't even have to think for yourself. You just follow what all the other successful people did ahead of you. And people are now following you. So make sure you're showing them the right things to follow. And you know, people say to me, how the hell do you do it from living abroad? I do the same things you guys do, but I do it all on Skype and on social media. So I'm Skyping my planning meetings. I'm using WhatsApp. I'm using iMessage. Yeah, I have to perhaps do it a few more hours than I would if I was in England, because if I was in England, I'd get a group of people together and do meetings with them. But actually, I have to do it on a one-to-one basis online, which makes my hours a little bit longer than most. But I don't care, because I get paid quite a lot of money for that. It's a monkey see, monkey do business. It is as simple as that. Monkey see, monkey do. So it's really important that you're being a brilliant monkey so that your monkeys can follow you in the right way. Because if you're not doing things properly, if you're not doing things the way that Rex expects us to do them and being a fantastic representative of our company at all times, guess what? Your team ain't going to take responsibility for that. So I knew I had to be a promotions girl online and offline as well. Because I once used to be a promotions girl. Some of the promotions I had to do, gosh, some more glamorous than others. So I knew that I had to be a promotions girl for my own brand now, for forever. So I opened my wardrobe and I took out every blank piece of clothing, every plain piece of clothing, scooped it all up, got the company logo, which I downloaded from Forever Knowledge, from the image gallery, put it on a USB stick, and I took it to my local printers and I dumped all my clothes on her desk. And I said, could you please put my company logo on all of these? And then I had a wardrobe full of promotional clothes. And of course, I recruited the printer. So I would go to events and I would go out into my local community, forever's up, as I like to call it. And that, having my uniform, was a talking point. So then I would take photos, I would go to events, I would use social media to find out about events in my local area, and I would go down and be forever's up and take photos. Well, I wasn't looking to do business in Lanzarote, but I had to do that so my team in the UK and other countries could follow. And how does it work in real life? So what you guys will know me for is the Facebook thing, but I do it in real life too. So last September, October, I went to San Francisco for a few days after Dallas, and I used Uber, it's a taxi app, and called for a taxi to take me 5 minutes down the road to Alcatraz from my hotel in San Fran. And a little bleep came up on my phone, Jess, your driver is on the way. Jess, your driver is outside. So I get in the car, hi Jess, how are you? And I've got 5 minutes to make a new friend. I've got 5 minutes to ask the right questions. Do I want to sit in the taxi with the person I was with and chat to them? Did I want to look out the window at San Francisco? Yeah, of course I did. But no, I had 5 minutes to make a new friend then. I already had a name, so that was a great start. So Jess, made friends with her. What did I find out? She had an Iron Man tattoo on her arm. Started to talk to her about Ironman, which is triathlon. Started to talk to her about fitness. She just got married, but she was working 2 jobs. She was an Uber taxi driver, and she was also working at Soul Cycle, which is the spin class that David Beckham goes to. Anyway, I said, Jess, you sound like you need more time to concentrate on being an Iron Woman. Yeah, I do. You sound like you need more time to spend with your new husband. Yeah, I do. But you love your job? I do, because I love people. And I love fitness. I said, you need to work for us. She said, why, are you hiring? I said, well, no, we're not hiring. It's a self-employed opportunity. Why don't you add me on Facebook? And I said, why don't you send yourself a friend's request from my account? So I passed her my phone. She found herself and sent herself a friend's request. Went to Alcatraz, posted about it on Facebook. When I got back, she had sent me a message because everything that I'd been talking to her about in the taxi was backed up by my social media. So when I got back, she sent me a message. Did I want to go to Soul Cycle to have a class with her? Of course I did. By the time I left that class the next day, I had a message from Forever Living. Congratulations, you have a new downline member. She had been onto my FLP 360, I hadn't even offered her the opportunity, apart from in that taxi, and she'd joined my team. And you know, now she's doing what I do in San Francisco, because I'm showing her how to do that through my social media. And the rest is just the basics that everyone before me and everyone after me is going to tell you to do. You just have to take responsibility, build that solid base. You do more than you should, and you lead by example. Promote the events, qualify for the incentive, and something that's really important is have a really active team group that you use to make yourselves into, that you create the momentum. So really active our team group is. So make sure you're all being active in your team group. 16 managers I've got. Fantastic. Thank you all. Without you guys, I would not be here today. 16 managers, 8 of them said no. Number 17 sat over there. She's been saying no to me for 4 years. Jen? We have the same problems you do. People say no to us. People block us on Facebook. One of my managers over there blocked me on Facebook when I offered her the opportunity. Got you in the end, Mandy. They say no. Some of them joined immediately. Some of them took 4 years. We're in this business for a long time. Don't worry if someone says no, keep building the relationship. So let's have a look at my stats. 10,000 case credits in 2014. And how were they made up, to give you an idea? So it was an average of 2 cc a month personal use in retail, an average of 3 sign-ups per month, and a total average of non-manager or open business of 240 case credits per month, which I thought was pretty good until I saw Joanna Bacon's screenshot yesterday. Well done, Joanna. And from my managers, from my fantastic managers, 500 case credits per month. Obviously, that doesn't add up to 10,000, but I do operate in other countries as well. And you know I said that I couldn't do business in Lanzarote? 5 of my managers are in Lanzarote. We have a huge team there, and we're literally selling sand to the Arabs over there. So what has Forever given me in these 4 years? Everything that it promised me, everything Kate Hindley told me it would. It's given me time, choices, friendships. It's given me an income of £27,000 per month. I only wanted £4,000, and I thought that was massive. It's given me new experiences, travel, free travel, freedom, great health, private school for Arabella. She's 10 and speaks 5 languages. What kind of a life is she going to have? The ability to give more by treating my friends and my family, and also helping the charities that I hold close to my heart, which is dog-related charities, and financial security. It also allowed me to buy my dream house, Casa Aloe, and since making that slide, I've also bought the house 3 doors away. So thank you, Forever, for that opportunity. So no excuses. It doesn't matter where you live or what your circumstances. This is a business for anyone, anytime, anywhere. And like the people that stood up on stage before me have already said, this business works if you do. And if I can do it, why can't you? Thank you.